Hey y'all, Cooper wanted to share his favorite book, his nighttime story, Grandpa's Tractor. So I was going to record so y'all can hear it. Okay? You good, Coop? All right. Grandpa Joe and Timmy were going to see the old farm where Grandpa Joe used to live when he was just a boy. Grandpa Joe told Timmy that the farm had been sold long ago.
That car is little.
Yes, the car is real little. What color is the car? You know it's not pink. You know it's yellow. Okay. Grandpa Joe told Timmy that the farm had been sold long ago, but there was still something there to see. And that's the little car he's talking about. When they arrived, the first thing they saw was an old boarded up farmhouse and a faded red barn with the roof falling in. It's hard to believe, Grandpa said, but this was a beautiful place. There were no other houses around here, just open fields and pasture for cows. Is that the old barn? And the silo down here that's falling into? Grandpa Joe and Timmy walked through the woods past the barn. There it is, said Grandpa. What's that? Asked Timmy as he pointed to a rusty hunk of machinery. That's the most important thing. Is it a tractor? It's the most important thing a farmer can own. It's a tractor, Grandpa said with a smile, with a sad smile. When I was a boy, the tractor was new. With shiny red paint, my father used it for almost all the chores around the farm, Grandpa said so proudly. Timmy stared at the old tractor. It was covered with rust. Only a few bits of red paint were left. The tires were flat and saplings were growing out of the engine. When I was your age, my dad let me sit on his lap and steer the tractor as we plowed the fields, Grandpa said with a happier smile. What color's the tractor? You know that's red. The more Grandpa Joe talked about the tractor, the more excited he became. After we plowed, we would plant seeds for corn and alfalfa to feed the cows. Are those the cows? Timmy imagined the tractor when it was shiny and red, with its motor rumbling and tires were new and round. When it was harvest time, we gathered the corn and hay and stored all of it in the silo for the cows to eat during the winter. Grandpa pointed to the tumbled down tower that used to be the silo. Is that the silo? Or is that the silo? That second one's the silo? In the fall, my father would hitch a wagon to the back and ride the whole family up to the orchard to pick apples. Grandpa laughed. I would eat almost as many as I had picked. By now, Timmy could see the shiny red tractor, even though it was standing right next to a pile of rust. That's the apples. Do you like apples also, Cooper?
Yeah,
You love apples. Do you like grapes too? Oh, you like them like you like a horsey likes them? All right. We would load the wagon with our corn and squash and pumpkins and sell them down by the road. Timmy remembered his own mom and dad buying a pumpkin last year for Halloween. Is that the vegetable stand? And you like fresh vegetables? My father could fix this tractor no matter what broke. He knew every nut and bolt. He could take it all apart and put it right back together. I used to help him. Timmy wished he could fix the broke down tractor right now. Were the cows watching him? Cows were watching him fix it. In the winter, we would hook a sled to the tractor and haul firewood to heat the house, Grandpa said. Timmy tried to imagine winter even though it was summertime. Summertime! Is this wintertime now or summertime? It's summertime, isn't it? At Christmas time, my mother would bundle up all the children and Dad would give us a ride on the sled back into the woods so we could pick out our Christmas tree. When Timmy looked at the old farmhouse, he could picture the smoke rising from the chimney and the lights from the Christmas tree twinkling through the window. Grandpa, thanks for bringing me here, Timmy said. I never knew tractors were so important. The end. Did your pawpaw buy this for you?
I bought it.
Pawpaw and Ma bought this for you? Okay. Do you want the other book read to you also? Okay. Let's get the Goodnight Tractor then. Goodnight Tractor. The stars are out. It's time for bed. So say goodnight, my sleepy head. Good night, farmer. Good night, plow. Good night, trailer. Good night, cow. Have you said good night to your cows yet? You did? You did not? Good night, dog. Good night, sheep. Good night, tractor. It's time to sleep. He's pushing the tractor away. Good night, combine. Good night, truck. Good night, donkey. Good night, duck. Is that Miss Lady? The boys have a duck, and they call her Lady. Good night, pig. Good night, sheep. Good night, tractor. Time to sleep. You seen a horsey on there? Good night, wagon. Good night, puddles. Good night, horse and hen in huddles. Dog, donkey, duck, and cow. Combine, wagon, truck, and plow. Oinks, brags, moos and baa, quacks and neighs, the moon and stars. Good night, all. Now count the sheep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good night, tractor. Time to sleep. The end.